Flora, good to see you. We're going to get into a brief little flow for our hips today. So you can hop on your mat and we're going to find our way into child's pose. Bring big toes touch, knees wide, and arms long across the mat. Bring the forehead towards the earth. You can inhale deeply through the nose. And a long exhale out the mouth. Just taking a few deep belly breaths here. Letting the seat be heavy towards the heels. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Just 3 breaths. Two more. Last one. Slowly on an inhale, you'll come forward, tabletop, stacking your bones. Bring knees directly underneath the hips and shoulders over the wrists. Take a few cat-cows here, just an arch and round of your back. Really tucking chin to chest as you round, and then shining your heart through as you arch. Moving through a few rounds like this, just to kind of wake up the spine, invite in some gentle movement. And eventually find some stillness. We'll tuck the toes and we'll lift the hips, downward facing dog. Hips go high, really stretching the heels down towards the mat. Finding some length through the spine, maybe a soft bend to the knees. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, step or hop, top of your mat to travel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, press on the feet, rise all the way to standing, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, hinge from the hips, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, jump it back to flow it through, or meet it back. Downward facing dog. Hips go high when you make it back, a long exhale. Inhale, right leg's gonna come high in the sky, hugged in, knee to nose. We're gonna bring it forward, half pigeon. Right shin's coming toward the top of the mat. And we're going to really tent those hands wide. It's still early in practice, so you can tuck the back toes. And almost see if you can root that back knee down into the mat. You might give yourself a little bit more space, a little bit more room here. Keeping with the breath, you can interlace the hands, the low back, and really see if you can peel open the heart. Slowly lowering all the way down towards the mat. Really allowing yourself to melt, letting go of that bind. A long exhale. Untucking those back toes. Just letting that left cheek or the forehead really melt down into the mat. A long exhale here. Slowly on an inhale, we're going to bend that back leg. And we're going to reach back with the right hand for the left toes, hugging that heel in towards the bum. Options here, you can come up onto the left forearm if you need to have a little bit more height to reach that back foot, or stay low all the way down towards the ground. You'll get a deeper stretch. Long exhale. Slowly on inhale, release the bind. Tent the hands, find a lift. We're going to see here if we can come into Gomukhasana. We're going to roll outside blade edge of that right hip. We're going to cross the left leg over the right. You might almost like snuggle those knees in together, grabbing opposite knees, finding that stack. Hands can come towards the feet. Find lift, gaze skyward, and then exhale, fold it forward, forehead in the direction of the earth. You might make fists with the hands to allow the head to rest on the hands. A long exhale, letting that seat be really heavy. 2 breaths. Slowly on an inhale, find a lift. And listen carefully, we're going to tent the hands over towards the right. We're going to step onto the right foot and we're going to spin 365 degrees until we make it Gomukhasana on the other side. Basically switching sides so that the right leg is on top. Letting those hands snuggle those knees together, flex those feet. Inhale, find a lift, and then exhale, hinge from the hips, fold it forward. Forearms can come out in front of you. You can stack those hands as fists, letting that forehead rest on the hands. Long exhale. Really allowing yourself to melt. Really allowing the body to be heavy here. Slowly on an inhale, find a lift. We're going to take this into pigeon. Swim that right leg back behind you. Tuck the back toes, bend through that back knee, and almost see, can you find that lift? And then maybe you interlace the hands, maybe you peel open the heart. Slowly untuck those toes, lift through that pelvis, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Forehead towards the mat or the right cheek. A long exhale, really allowing your body to be heavy down into the mat. From here you can stay, or that right forearm can support you, or maybe that left hand reaches back for the toes, finding that foot. This side might be a little bit different. Perfect. And really just hugging that heel in towards the bum, keeping with the breath. 2 breaths. Exhale, release. Plant the hands. Find a lift. Tuck the back toes. Sweep that left leg up and up. 3-legged dog. Shake it out. Let it go. And then plant that foot towards the earth until you're in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg's going to go high in the sky. Hug it in, knee to nose. Bring it forward. Low lunge. Back knee will drop towards the earth. And then we're going to shift the hips back for half split. Right toes are going to flex back towards the face. An option, half split, or you can come back into runner's lunge. Pausing here, just lengthening through the hamstring. A long exhale, maybe folding it forward, forehead in the direction of the knee. A long exhale. Slowly on inhale, lifting into that half split if you lower it into runner's lunge. And we're going to rotate that foot, rotating the foot out towards the side, towards the right, back to center, and then back through left. Neutral to the right, back through center, and then back to left. We're going to do this 2 more times. Really rotating from that femur bone, not rotating from the ankle, but really allowing that femur bone to rotate in the hip socket. Slowly come forward, low lunge. Inhale, shift it back, half split. And options to stay with this flow, or maybe you want to extend all the way long into full Hanumanasana, full split. Finding your split wherever you are, lifting through the heart space. Keeping with the breath, maybe hands through heart center. 2 breaths. Exhale, release. Drag that foot back in. And then we're going to switch sides. Finding your way back into low lunge. Left leg is forward. Bring hands around that front leg. Inhale, shine that heart through. Exhale, shift it back. Options to go into runner's lunge. And then hinge it forward. Knowing that this side might be totally different. Perfect. And then inhale, find that lift and half split. Find that rotation of that femur bone in that hip socket. Going out towards the side. Through center, inwards. Center to the side. Center and inwards. 2 more. Eventually finding your way neutral in that low lunge. Maybe you find this little flow forward and back, or you extend that leg long into full Hanumanasana, finding that lift of the heart space wherever you are. 2 breaths. Exhale, releasing. Finding that leg back. You might take your mat with you, that's okay. And then finding your way into tabletop. Stack those bones, wiggling the tail gently from side to side, and then finding your way into child's pose, closing your practice. And options to stay here, child's pose, or coming to a comfy seat at the top of your mat. And close your eyes. You can find a soft gaze. Hands can come through heart center. The light in me honors the light and warrior in you. Thank you.